What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to get into some of the best value cities in Europe, in my personal opinion, because the fact of the matter is there are not any cheap destinations in any part of Europe for the most part. But there are a ton of places that offer a lot of great value for the money. And I've talked about this ad nauseum on my channel, that what is cheap for me may not be cheap for you. And it really depends on where you're coming from in the world. For example, a place like Colombia or a place like the Philippines, certainly going to be cheap and likely much cheaper than any place in Europe. Now, with that said, there are places in Europe that offer a lot of value for the money, and those are some of the places we're going to be talking about today. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into it. But first, make sure to smash that like button. It costs you nothing, means the world to me. It really helps me out with the algorithm, and I would truly appreciate it. So first and foremost, to top this list off, we are going to go with Thessaloniki, Greece. One of my favorite places on the entire planet. Great coastal city in Greece, obviously. Pretty good weather. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of a language barrier, but you can get a lot of value for your money. Greece, in my personal opinion, has some of the best food on the planet as well. And obviously, Greece has a ton to offer in the way of historical and cultural things to see. So that is one place I would highly recommend. Another place that I would highly recommend is going to be a place like Krakow in Poland. It could easily be Warsaw, but I've talked about Warsaw ad nauseum on this channel. Krakow obviously has a ton to offer as well. And there are even other places in Poland that you could probably recommend as well. But overall, Poland is going to have a lot of value for the money. And there's a ton to see and do in a place like Krakow, and obviously this time of year, probably the best time of year to spend in Poland. Although it really depends on how you feel about the heat versus the snow, the rain, the cold weather in general. Another place I would highly recommend is a place that I actually used to live, and that is going to be Alicante in Spain, which I believe was voted one of the most livable or enjoyable cities in the world. It is also located on the ocean as well. Pretty good weather, and the food is absolutely delicious. I absolutely love Alicante. Gonna be much more affordable than a place like Barcelona or Madrid, although both of those cities have a lot to offer in their own right. And frankly, there are a lot of places in the Andalusian region of Spain that have a lot to offer as well. So those are places like Seville, Malaga, Marbella, Cordoba. And those are obviously all great options that could have been on this list as well. But I have talked about them on this channel as well, so I was switching it up a little bit with Alicante. Another couple places that I think have great value for the money are going to be places like Prague and Budapest, located in Hungary and the Czech Republic, respectively. And these places aren't necessarily going to be the most affordable, but I do think they offer a lot of value for the money because there are tons of things to see and do in both of these cities. And frankly, I think these would be great places to stay long term. And like I said at the beginning of this video, no cheap cities really exist unless you're going out into the random tiny countryside towns, which really aren't worth it, in my personal opinion. And I say that because things are certainly going to be more expensive in a place like Budapest and Prague than many of you would probably expect. Because obviously, at some point in time, there was a lot of chatter around the affordability of a place like Prague and Budapest and how much value they provided. Obviously, those countries have become a little bit more well-known and more prominent, and so they are not as affordable anymore. But they are certainly still great value. And certainly better value than a place like Paris, France, for example. And then to wrap up this list, let's go with Vienna, Austria, probably the most expensive city on this list. But frankly, I really enjoyed my time in Vienna, Austria, although my time was somewhat limited there. but I definitely did notice an increase in the price. But if you're looking for like nightlife kind of stuff, then you're probably better with Budapest, Prague, Warsaw, probably even Thessaloniki over a place like Vienna. Now, with all that said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. In the comments down below, let me know some of your favorite destinations that offer great value for the money in Europe, because there are certainly way more than the places that I listed in this video. We didn't even get into the Baltic states, and we didn't even really get into places like North Macedonia, or Serbia, or Bosnia, or Bulgaria. Like I said, so many options to choose from. Or even Croatia, which I should have put on this list. Anyway, maybe I'll make another video. And that's going to be all for this video before I go on another tangent. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, peace, much love.